to the Demon Slayer Q&A and signing here at Streamily. Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do, we're going to go in a circle. You're going to tell us your name. You're going to tell us the character that you play in this phenomenal show. And then after that, you're going to tell us your favorite quote or favorite moment playing that character. We're going to start in the interwebs with a fantastic gentleman with great hair and is the anime equivalent of a Chad.
Does that mean do I talk now? Hello, my name is Brandon McKinnis, and I voice Gyutaro in Demon Slayer. And let's see, one of my favorite lines is probably when he's talking to Tengen, and he says, "Wait, did I just hear you say that you have 3 wives?" So that's my personal favorite.
Nice. Next up, the phenomenal person with the glorious flowing hair. Oh yeah, the Segway King over here. Go.
It's whoever speaks first.
Michelle.
Michelle or
Michelle, are you right?
Me.
Michelle, that was you, Michelle.
Yeah, I didn't say anything yet. I was waiting. I didn't want to assume.
No, we were talking about you, Michelle.
Oh, me. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Michelle Marie, and I voice Sumi. She's one of the butterfly girls. She doesn't really say much. Usually when she does, she's saying it with the other two. But one of my favorite lines is when she goes, "He's a dirty man!"
It's pretty good.
You just see the sheer embarrassment after saying that. She's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I said that line." But thank you, Michelle.
Embarrassing.
Thanks.
That's fun.
Oh, absolutely. Next up, fantastic gentleman with great hair, lightning and fire. Mark, no, play. Cedric, go. You're like, my hair's lightning. Go, Cedric.
Hey guys, my name is Cedric Williams, and I'm the voice of Shinjiro Rengoku, which is Little Rengoku, his big brother. And my favorite quote from Shinjiro is, "Big brother, I try my best to be useful, Tanjiro." Something like that.
And so on and so forth.
Yeah, because
doing great.
he's not a swordsman, but he wants to be useful in another way, you know, and just like that grief and sadness and determination to be helpful. That's my favorite thing about Shinjiro.
Absolutely.
Very good. Last and not least, the gentleman that will give you blue steel just by smiling at you. Doesn't even have to do the look. And then bam, blue steel right now. Come on, let's go.
Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? Yes, my name is Mark Whitten. I play Kyojuro Rengoku in Demon Slayer. Gosh, so many favorite lines. Of course, "You have too many wives," or "Set your heart ablaze." And everybody's favorite, "Tasty." Hopefully didn't blow out any microphones around here. But hey, it's so good to see y'all in the chat. And yes, Kazuha as well. A number of different things.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say you guys are seeing exactly what you want to see right now. The phenomenal cast of Demon Slayer. And since you're on the stream, go to streamly.com/Demon Slayer so you can get a print of one of your favorite characters from one of these fantastic, amazing talents. So first question, which is probably tasty, have to ask, how does it feel to be part of one of the fandoms and an anime that literally everybody is just so hot, so just wild about it? And of course, you're gonna see in the comments, people are like, "Man, I watch this anime when I'm sad and upset," or "I watch this anime after a long day." How does it feel that you guys to know that you guys are a part of something that actually changes people's lives, not only entertaining? Oh, but hold on, time out before I answer that question. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new entered. We have Zeno! Welcome!
Hello.
He knows how to make an entrance.
Kind of, sort of. I'm
Fashionably
9 minutes
late.
trying to figure out how to do this.
No, you're good. So Zeno, we're literally doing our introduction. So tell everybody your name, the character that you play, and either your favorite part of being that character or your favorite quote.
Okay. My name is Zeno Robinson, as I play Genya Shinazugawa in Demon Slayer. And so far, my favorite line is "Die!" So that's
That's a good one.
a good one.
I love it. I love it. So the question that we were asking, Zeno, before you came in, I was saying that people absolutely love this fandom. You know, they love Demon Slayer. They got their hearts on it. Some people, after a long day, they're like, this is how I decompress. Some people are like, this day sucks, but I watch this to like feel happy. How does it feel to be part of, how does it feel to be part of just an amazing IP fandom that has given so much to the world? And we'll start in studio and then we'll go into the intros. So start with Mark.
Oh gosh, I can't say enough good things about the show and about the fandom. I didn't actually start doing like conventions or appearances or anything with my voice acting career until Demon Slayer, and it just kind of like changed my whole perspective. Like I knew I started out with Demon Slayer just knowing it's a thing, knowing it's a pretty big thing. And then once I got into it, I was like, then it felt like the pressure was on. And I was like, oh my gosh, we've got a movie, we've got a series, everyone's already loving it. I'm seeing cosplay everywhere. And then by the time I made it to conventions, it really just evolved into a whole other thing to know how much it means to everyone, to see everyone up close. Yeah, it's amazing. And I've heard stories across the board, as I'm sure many of us have, from folks. And that's one of the best parts of the job. I mean, obviously being in our booths, like Michelle's booth right there, which looks so wonderful. That's our native element inside padded walls. But when we see y'all across the table from us, and how much a series like this has affected you, whether it just brightens your day or whether it helps you get through really dark times, it's amazing. And yeah, I just can't say enough about the fans. So good.
Nice.
Very well said, big brother.
Well, nice little bro.
Just don't wait for that. Just wait for your friends. Come on, big crowd.
Whatever answer you choose, I'm sure it will be the right one.
I'll do my best. My favorite part about being a part of this anime in general, well, when you do these shows, you don't know how it affects people. You know, you do it because we love it, and when we get the feedback from the fans, and they think how much. Oh, I just echoed.
I don't know. That wasn't you. That was me.
Oh, okay.
We just bring one out. There you go.
When someone says like, "Oh, your character's my comfort character," or this anime got me through some dark times, like that, it's just so beautiful and such a honor to be a part of a show that does this, because we don't know how it's going to affect people. Mm-hmm. And I'm just so grateful. There are no small parts in this anime. We're all part of this grand story, and we all contribute, and we all like love what we do, and we love you guys for supporting us doing these roles. So thank you. That's my favorite part, like hearing how you guys love this show.
That's awesome. Next up, we're gonna go to Zeno.
So far my favorite part is just interacting with the fans and the fandom. I'm a fan alongside the show just like everybody else, so it's kind of been fun watching the show alongside everybody, and like people who kind of know about Genya, sort of the patience in getting to his part in the show that everybody has exuded, and all the jokes about, it just really warmed my heart that there are a lot of people who were fans of Genya, and we were all sort of patiently waiting for him to get these moments that he's getting now in the show. So it's been great just like being a fan alongside everybody, and it's been an honor that I even getting to be a small part of a show that means so much to people. So it's been fun.
Well said. Michelle?
I just really like being a part of something that means a lot of people with other actors. That's like my favorite part of acting in general, is just, being in a creative environment with other individuals who are just so dedicated, and they want to create a good product, and they just want to express themselves, because that's what we do as actors, is we try to connect to others, and we do it without like really seeing anybody. So that's sort of like the magical thing about voiceover. But this Demon Slayer is so big. Like I didn't really realize when I was getting a part of it that it was actually going to be so big. And so and I mean this literally, it's nice being a small part of a big thing.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Brendan?
I think I'm on the same page as Zeno here when I say that it's really fun to be part of something that people are so excited about. not only because it's cool and it's an amazing property and like the animation is insane to me with this show, but also because, as Zena was saying, we're fans too, and it immediately gives us something to be excited about with everyone that we meet at conventions. Because we're all on the same page, we can all like nerd out, geek out about Demon Slayer together. So that's probably my favorite part.
I can't even just, I'm speechless. You guys, everything that you guys said was absolutely so sweet and heartwarming. And, for all the fans, we have well over 90 fans here on the stream, and it's going to rise. And I just want to say, on behalf of them, thank you guys for doing what you do. And thank you for putting the time, effort, and passion into those voices, into those characters, because the people out there in the interweb all across the world love what you guys do. So I definitely want to say, on behalf of the fans in this stream, thank you. And like I said 90, now we're up to 94. We're climbing, baby. We're climbing.
Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100.
Right? So this is a question from one of our long stream of viewers on here on YouTube. Very important question. We ask everyone that comes to the studio. This is from Disney Inuyasha. What is your favorite Disney movie? You see now, everybody's like, oh, that's so true. That's so hard. That's hard. I love how Brandon is just like, I don't know, so skip me. So,
I'm trying to pick one.
So we'll go in reverse order, starting with Brandon.
Oh.
Now, if you really need time, we'll go in the order again, and then we'll come back.
To pick one. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hunchback of
no one ever says that.
Yeah, no. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, no one says that one.
Okay, Michelle.
Tangled.
Yeah. I feel it. You're rocking the hair. I feels it. Zeno.
I think Soul had the most impact on me as of recently. So Soul will be my answer.
Okay. Cedric.
Lion King.
Yeah.
I love me some Lion King.
Surrounded by idiots. Gotta love that.
I think I'm actually gonna say Robin Hood.
A classic.
Which one? The one with the fox or the one with Kevin Costner?
The one with was the one with Kevin Costner a Disney movie?
I thought that was a Disney movie.
Really? I meant the one with the fox.
Okay. The cartoon. Okay.
The fox.
Yeah. Kevin Foxner. It seemed like every time we were having like a pizza party in school, or it got to the end and the teacher like ran out of stuff to give us for work, that they were like, let's watch Robin Hood. Like an uncommon amount of times, it was always Robin Hood, the animated version. And so I think I equate that with like success and freedom.
Fair enough. Fair enough. This question, I definitely know that a lot of people are going to want to know, because especially for aspiring voice actors and aspiring actors, period, that are on the stream, how did you guys come up with the voices for your characters? Because, you guys are so talented. You have dozens upon hundreds of voices in your head for the multitude of different characters that you guys have done in your careers. So how did you fine-tune the voice for your specific character in Demon Slayer? We'll do in reverse order this. Oh no, reverse order is that order. So we'll start with Mark. There you go.
Yeah, and everyone knows that we're not just like staring off camera.
Yeah, there's a
person out here.
Just so
a disembodied voice.
I'm just a wizard of
cameras
Oz.
that way. As I don't know if I speak for everyone here, but in general, in case you don't know how we audition for anime, generally they send us a clip of from the show before we audition for it. So we do get a sense for what the original Japanese voice actor sounds like. And that goes a lot, that can help a lot in informing how we approach our character choices and what we want to sound like. And so there's a certain amount of rehearsal with the sides that are provided. And then you kind of just got to juice your actor brain and make some choices, and also probably not get too hung up on making it squeeze exactly into that voice actor's place, and allowing some of what your own unique voice brings to it to come through. For me with Rengoku, it was all about the eyes. When I was watching those clips and his energy, I feel like just shoots out like a laser beam from those eyes. And so that was a lot of what I honed into with at least with the image of Rengoku. And then, of course, like, working with Satoshi's performance and the sides provided. But I'm going to toss this over to you, Cedric, and see if we can get some more nuances to this answer.
A picture definitely does help. And when I saw Sindro, he had this innocence to him. He suffered a great loss. So he's also very shy and timid. So I just sort of took my, it's just my voice just slightly more as if I was like standing in front of a crowd in my underwear, like nervous and
That's good imagination. Yeah.
and like, shy and just like, just maybe had a little bit of unsureness to his voice and the complete opposite of Big Rengoku. Like Rengoku's like, yes, and Sindro's like this. He wants to be like his brother, but he's not quite there yet.
You'll get there. You'll get there. You're on your way.
On your way.
In short, picture and just like find out who the character is and incorporate that to your voice.
All right, Zeno.
For Genya, I kind of I was already reading the manga at this point, especially after I found out that I had been cast as Genya. And so I was sort of already coming up with voices in my head to bring to the record. And we kind of workshopped it a little bit. The director and the casting director was there, and they sort of gave me some direction on just small tweaks to what I had already brought in. Which is like either giving it a deeper voice or making it closer to my own voice. And so I think collaboratively, we sort of found the voice for Genya. And the kicker was now returning to Genya in fine tuning specifically kind of where I want to take his voice, and as well as listening to Okamoto-san's original performance. I respect him very much as an actor, so I kind of wanted to see what he did and see what elements of that I could kind of interweave into my own performance.
Excellent. Michelle.
Well, my specialty is smalls. So with Sumi being a kid, I was always I was looking forward to being small again, because that's kind of my thing. But I had a lot of fun trying to place her with the other two actresses who were playing the other characters, because if we all sounded the same, then it doesn't really work like tonally. So it was kind of fun to sort of try out does this pitch or this kind of timbre to the voice work, or should I add like a little small sound to it? It was really fun to figure that out by listening to the other performances.
Thank you for that. That was lovely. And Brandon.
Gyutaro is probably the weirdest voice I've ever done in my entire career. It's a real strange one. And I remember getting sent the audition, and the studio that sends it out almost always includes like a vocal reference they want you to listen to. And I remember listening to Ryota Osaka's incredible performance of Gyutaro and thinking, what is this dude doing with his voice? I've never heard anyone do anything like that in any language. Mm-hmm. So we got to stop for a moment and look at this. And I remember I sat and listened to it for an absurd amount of time, like 3 hours. I was in the booth, messing with my voice. And I finally was able to do it, which it's just like taking vocal fry into very strange places that it's not meant to go. And send it in. And it just was just this weird thing that my voice could do. It felt like a fluke, honestly. It felt like, okay, I guess my voice can just do this. And we went in, and they didn't really change much because it's so weird, right? It's so strange. But I was happy with the result. Everyone seems to be happy with it. So
excellent. Well, thank you everybody for answering that amazing question. And we have a question on YouTube by Corrupted Wolf. Corrupted Wolf says, "What breathing technique or blood demon art would you do in real life?" You guys, anybody could just. Brendan's like, don't ask me this question.
Obviously, flying blood sickles all day, all day.
Right.
It's so
Gross.
difficult to clean up, though. Ugh.
They're frozen. They're popsicles.
Yeah, that
They're
is
sickles.
true.
Oh, do you mean sickles? Like
Sickles, like flying.
yeah.
It's a biohazard, really.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I mean, I always thought that I would be coffee breathing all the way with just tons of different,
Oh, man.
first form flat white. So in there, you start with the most basic, the ninth form,
Americano.
anti-iced with.
That's my breathing. That's Genya's breathing.
Free vanilla.
Energized breathing.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Does anybody else have any?
I don't know if this could be a real thing, but my favorite animal is a sloth. And when I'm not working, like on weekends, I become a sloth and just relax. So sloth breathing, I just slow down and relax, and everything's all chill.
You and what is it, Doug from Zootopia would just have a blast. Just
Definitely.
I really like Genya's stance on demon slaying. It's all blicky breathing. It's not. He's like, I'm not getting close to these demons. I'm not gonna do all this training. Just get a gun. I don't know why we're all using swords, and just get a gun and handle it that way.
Gun breathing?
You don't need any. Well, you don't need any breathing when you got
When you have gun.
Well, technically, instead of gun breathing, you could do bullet breathing, and you don't even need a gun. You just
That'd be kind of cool.
Projectiles out your mouth.
just like, imagine if you see it. So all right. So we've been talking a lot about Demon Slayer, and that's why we're here. But yet again, you guys are not just Demon Slayer people. You guys have a ton of different, characters that you've done. So tell us, what is one character and IP that you have done in your career that you love as much as you love as your character in Demon Slayer? We will start.
One.
Oh,
You pick one.
yeah, we gotta get.
They're all our children.
I know,
love
but
them
it's
all.
only gonna be one. So we're gonna do this in a very fun way.
Okay.
We're just gonna flip flop, zigzag, and wiggly wag. We're gonna start with Michelle.
Well, my absolute favorite character that I have ever voiced has to be My Melody, because she is just, I don't know, she's just me plus anxiety. So it's pretty spot on.
Give me props with that. All right. We're gonna go to Cedric. Wiggly waggy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to say my favorite character is Chitu, because he was my first anime character. Chitu from Hunter x Hunter. He is an embodiment of my personality. I got inspiration from Sonic the Hedgehog, and I love being playful. I love being he's very curious. He's very airheaded, but it's endearing, and I just love him so much. Like, most of the characters now that I get is because of Chitu, because of that first character is the character that's gonna kind of guide you where you're gonna go in your career when you first start out. So yeah, thank you, Chitu.
Nice. Oh, guess what? We're going to Brendan.
Oh, me. Aaliyah from Fire Emblem Engage. It's probably the role I've spent the most time in a booth for. So if you've played Fire Emblem Engage and you've chosen the male protagonist, you've heard me. And I resonate with him very well because it's just me waking up and not knowing what's going on, which feels like the perpetual state of my life. So.
Fair enough. Guess what? We're going to Zeno.
I had another answer, but I'm going to piggyback on Brandon and Fogato from Fire Emblem Engage. He is some of the most fun I've had, and I love the Fire Emblem franchise with my entire heart. It means so much to me, and getting to play a character of color, and he has a great story and a great family, and getting to play alongside all my castmates like Brandon and Danny, who played my sister, and freaking Rico was my priest friend, and Ian Sinclair. It was just so cool, and it was so great being in Fire Emblem. And Fogato is I love that boy to death. So yeah, 100%.
That's the most fun kingdom, obviously.
Yeah. So
Most fun.
Solm is just mwah. I would live there.
Love it, Mark.
I've got so many favorites. As you'll ask any voice actor, and we'll be like every one of our characters. I'm gonna keep it in recent realm and recent anime world. I really love Kamui Kaim from Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. And I just had so much freaking fun voicing him. He is a weird little owl. His journey just kept on getting crazier and crazier. Kamui, have you watched?
Oh,
yeah?
No.
He said, "Ooh, the owl!"
Right here off. You're gonna be replaced in the.
That's
Kamui.
you.
Huh?
That's you. Sorry. I love that. I love the owl, but that's you. I love your performance. Oh
I
my
love
God.
these moments where you're like, "That was you."
I love the owl.
And the weird owl who's become a little more proper than his unruly teen self earlier. So yeah, that's one that I've had a lot of fun with, and I'm glad to see Iruma-kun keep on getting made. So hopefully more people will be checking that out.
Nice. And you know what people should be checking out? Streamily.com/Demon Slayer to get your. Michelle knows the segue was coming. Like she already.
I actually thought, there's the segue. Good segue.
So guys, literally go to Streamily.com/Demon Slayer. We have all the fantastic talent that are on this panel and more on the platform. You can get your prints there. And right now we are a half an hour into the stream. A lot of our talent are going to be signing after this panel, and some are going to be signing a little bit during the panel, going into the end of the panel, and some people are going to be signing at a later date. So, of course, what are you going to do? Go to Streamily.com/Demon Slayer, check out your individual talents, signing times, and join them. And talking about signing times and talking about times that you get to just like relax and, as you say, veg out after working so hard, can you give me one? It could be an anime, it could be a TV show, video game. That is your secret guilty pleasure. You're like, oh, it could be like, all right, listen, I watch Friends. I watch Friends all the time. That's my guilty pleasure thing. Like, that's my thing, you know? It could be that. So what is it? That's not for me. I'm just saying. That's an example. So what would be your guilty pleasure? I like Friends, but I'm just saying. So
I don't know. Now I'm not so sure.
It could be anime, video game, TV show, whatever. Brandon, you started speaking.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna date me a little bit, but anyone remember a show called Tenchi Muyo?
Oh,
Thank you, someone.
yeah.
Tenchi Muyo. That's my guilty pleasure. I remember being like 11 and thinking that I really wanted to be like Ryoko's best friend, the space pirate, like badass chick. I was like, I want to be her friend. We're gonna be friends someday. I'm like, okay, all right, sure.
Zeno.
I don't know if I feel so much guilty about this, but as like a comfort, I really like watching Game Theory on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, that is incredibly entertaining. And sometimes, like if I have a long drive, I listen to a Game Theory in the car, just to see what new scary horror game he's playing and creating lore out of. It helps me think critically about certain things. So yeah, I think watching Game Theory is like really, really fun for me.
Nice.
Interesting, actually, yeah.
Michelle?
I like reading. I'm mostly into dystopian and sci-fi right now. I like
Don't
dystopian.
you have a book out? Hint, 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 hint. Don't you have a book?
Yes.
And it's out? Hint, hint.
Yes, thank you, Zeno. You're so kind. So yeah, I did write a book.
Zeno knows a segue?
Yeah, and we want to segue into Michelle Marie has a book out. If you also like reading, Michelle Marie has a book out.
Thank you, Zeno. You're so nice. Zeno, let's put Zeno here. He's nice and wonderful and amazing, and he doesn't have a book out yet, but you don't know. Maybe he will. You don't know. You have to watch his space.
So Michelle, tell us about your book that you have.
So yeah, my book is a dystopian science sci-fi book. Thus, it's my favorite genre, so it makes sense I would write about it. But it's about this girl named Al, but she's forced to pretend that she's a boy in a society because it's not safe for girls. And she was actually raised in a bunker for like 17 years, and now she doesn't know anything about the world. And her guardians are like, well, have fun. And she's like, ugh. But she's searching for her mom because she doesn't know what happened to her mom. And then it gets really twisty. There's like 3 subplots. It took me 3 years to write, so that's probably why. But it's like that's my baby. Like, this book is my baby. It's called Allies. It's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. In ebook, hardcover, and paperback. It's the first in a trilogy. I'm working on the second book right now, but this is like my child, and I worked so hard on it, and it's
future film franchise.
I was gonna ask when the anime is coming out.
Sounds pretty good to me.
But I have what? You give me 1 second. I have.
Yeah.
Look that book.
There we
I have
go.
the book right here.
Yeah, George R. R. Martin,
I have it
take
right here. I
notice.
have it.
Get your books done, guys.
Yes, it is right here.
Wow.
Wait, who did the artwork for that? Did you do that?
A wonderful company in the Ukraine called Mibble Art.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
So,
Love
see,
that.
the moon is broken. Why? You'll have to read to find out.
Put it on Streamily. Have people sign it.
Yeah, it
during
is. I
signing.
have 2 more of these on Streamily. But if you
Yeah.
ever bought it and I'm at a con or anything, I will sign your book for free. No worries. But yeah, so that's my book, and I totally forgot. Oh yeah, and I like reading. That's the summary of it.
Yeah. Hold on, all right, because you like reading, how many international library cards do you have?
Wait, is it International Library card?
I don't have any. I only have a
Yeah, I was like,
library
those exist?
card.
What? You can do that?
Yeah, if you go to, I know LA Public Library, if you go to the app, you actually can go and have a membership to a bunch of different libraries. So you can have libraries in the UK that books that are only published in the UK. You could read them on your and it's super cool.
Oh, I was gonna say, because the return policy could get like a little bad.
Oh, and shout out to libraries, because libraries are actually wonderful resources. You can get like day passes to national parks or museums for free. There's lots of resources. You can learn languages. There's lots of books on tape that are for free. It's a wonderful resource. You should go check it out.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, she is not sponsored by your local library. Cedric.
Like Zeno, I'm not guilty about this at all, but it's SpongeBob. I have seen every episode. I can quote any SpongeBob episode from season 1 to 3, but I watched past season 3, all the way caught up in season 13. That character shaped my personality. I have plushies of him. I have now my favorite character is Squidward, because when we get older, we all become Squidward.
You're talking about bitter with
Sorry.
with 4 legs?
That's how it goes, everybody.
It's all down here.
And I recently saw Tom Kenny at the Kids' Choice Awards, and it was just so cool to see my favorite voice actor, the guy who inspired me to be a voice actor. We worked together on a project before, and just like the character, the man behind the character, like it just is all lining up, and it's just so important to me, and I love it so much. I can't explain enough how much that show has shaped me as a person. So thank you, SpongeBob. Thank you, Steven Hillenberg. Rest in peace.
And we do have a comment from Mel the Misfit 1 on YouTube. We're all Squidward.
We're all Squidward.
We're all
Gonna
Squidward.
get a shirt for you.
He's Squidward, I'm Squidward, she's Squidward, we're all Squidward.
We're all Squidward. So, and
Gosh, yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know if I'm guilty about this. I like history podcasts. I like history in general. So like I've been. It's kind of also keeps me sane on the LA streets, so that I can just like pop a history podcast on, and then if I'm just kind of focusing on that, it doesn't matter who's weaving in and out wherever. I can just kind of stay the course, and I'm learning and being entertained as I go. So yeah, that's probably my somewhat pleasure. I don't know.
What's your go-to subject in the history podcast?
Well, I've kind of like started around. I started with Rome, then I moved on to like Byzantium, but I've read books about like Arab Empire and like books that are kind of more around like earlier American history. Yeah, early civilization definitely is kind of, I guess, where I'm started the beginning-ish. I don't know. It's kind of with history, it's a little bit hard. So I guess just dive in wherever, and then it will start taking you to all these different places. But a Dan Carlin Hardcore History, actually, that's a really good podcast. And he mostly kind of touches on conflicts and everything, like World War One, World War II, all the lighter things. Well,
and you know what's not going to be a conflict between you or any of your friends and family? Getting a Streamily pick from Streamily.com. That's Demon Slayer.
As I brought it down, you were just like, "We're getting out of this ditch."
No, but like seriously, right now we're currently about 35 minutes into the stream. It's about 3:41 right now. And I know that we usually go for about an hour, but today we're actually going to go for only 50 minutes because we want to get all of you guys signing your autographs later on. Yeah, Michelle's like, yeah. And Michelle's like, I got $2, by the way. I'm going to sign them on Streamily. So there you go. So I want to know what is one thing that your character in Demon Slayer would say as words of advice to someone that, oh, Brandon's like, dang. Words of advice that you would say to someone that needed a little pep in their step, a little kick in the keister, so a little, rise up and make me feel better type situation.
You want us to do it in the
character voice? Keep going.
No, you know what? Because of Cedric, let's do it in your character's voice. What words of advice? Mark's like, damn it.
Like, sorry,
little brother. Like,
Brandon, I don't know if that voice hurts you, but so sorry, man.
I'm okay.
And it has to be something uplifting that's gonna really like change the day around.
Yeah, it'll be
he's like uplifting. He's like, don't do drugs. There you go. Bah.
Die.
Yeah, like Genya's not the most uplifting person.
Don't kick rocks.
I mean, he's a villain, so you get what you ask for. Get revenge.
Okay, that is uplifting for people that are being wronged. Okay,
I guess that's one way. Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle, what was it? Something uplifting in your character?
Let me see. You can do it! At first, Tanjiro couldn't do any breathing techniques, and then he broke the gourd! You can break the gourd!
That was
You
good.
can break the gourd.
You should have went last. How is anybody gonna follow that?
I don't know.
Zeno, you're next.
I don't know. Don't be a wimp. Just take what you want and go get it. Don't back down. I can't use any breathing techniques, so that means you got to do better than me.
You know what? That is uplifting. Like, yo, listen, step up, do better. Yeah, it works. It works. Mark.
All right. I mean, clearly, there's like, I think I have the easier job here. So much of what Rengoku says,
it's very uplifting. He's literally a son. Like he's like
right. So clearly, it's got to be, if you're feeling disheartened, that you're somehow not enough, set your heart ablaze.
Perfect.
Ew,
That belongs on a t-shirt.
I'm gonna cry. But little brother has to follow the big brother.
Don't worry. You will find what makes you useful in this world. You will follow your dreams, and you will succeed. And what my big brother used to say, set your heart ablaze.
Oh, wow.
And you know what, bro?
I've gotta succeed for this child, this crying child.
Like literally everybody in the chat, send some heart emojis right now. Set your hearts ablaze. And you know what's gonna set your hearts ablaze even more? Going to streamly.com/Demon Slayer and getting your prints right now. This is so amazing. So guys, we're almost at 45 past the hour. So let's start going. Look at all the emojis. Gotta love it. So let's go into our Just send the emojis, guys. Send the emojis. So let's go into our lead down and tell us, everyone, where can everybody see you at your next appearance, and plug your social media where they could find you.
You mean like a con we're going to, a show that's coming out, or
exactly.
Wherever we're popping up next.
Okay,
where it could be a Comic-Con, it could be a comedy show if you're a stand-up comedian, it could be a theater performance if you're in theater. Where people could see you next, out in the wild.
So not a project that's coming out, but like where they can see us in person.
Yeah,
everything. Lump it all on.
Yeah, lump it all in. So we're going reverse. So what's the word?
Oh gosh. Jeez. My social medias are MP Witten on Twitter, M Witten on Instagram. Let's see. I'm gonna be in Kansas City at NakaCon. After that, I'll be at YumiCon in San Antonio. And then I'll be right around here in the Los Angeles area at Barcadia in Arcadia in June for a quick Demon Slayer pop-up event that's happening. And just check socials for all the other projects that I'm sure all of us are going to be posting as they come out and where else you can find us, or just tune your ears to whatever video game anime you're watching. See if you can pick us out of the crowd.
Nice. Cedric.
I currently don't have any con appearances as of now. Still trying to get a convention agent, working on that. But you can find me on my social media. Instagram is Cedric L. Williams, CEDRICL Williams. And Twitter is Ced Williams Jr. I guess I can plug a project. If you like Nickelodeon, you can catch me as Face on Face's Music Party, bringing back the 90s character now for a new generation. And I got a few animes coming out. Catch me on
Nothing under NDA.
Nothing under NDA.
It's
already out.
Okay.
If you like Final Fantasy, War of the Visions, you can if you can get my character Howlet and Lamega, and a lot of other cool stuff that's coming out. And hopefully I'll be at some cons real soon with these guys and get to meet y'all.
Love that. Zeno.
You can find me on social media everywhere at Childish Gamzino. There might be an underscore in between Childish and Gamzino in some cases. I will be at Chalice Collectibles in Topanga this weekend, Saturday, signing pops of whatever you bring in. Usually it's Hawks. And I have a Game Realm signing for Street Fighter 6 next month. I unfortunately could not make the Fire Emblem one. I'm really depressed about that. But that's kind of I don't remember. I think I'm doing Bold Matsuri also at some point. And and go play Fire Emblem Engage and go watch Link Clink on Crunchyroll.
Nice. Michelle.
I'm currently in talks with a con. They haven't announced me yet, but I think it's going to be in August. So be on the lookout for that. When they announce it, then I'll retweet it. You can find me on Twitter as Michelle A. Marie. On Instagram, Michelle A. Marie VO, because there's apparently another Michelle A. Marie, so I can't be consistent. And then if you can find more information about my book on michelleamarie.com if you're interested. But yeah. And like I said, if you do buy my book and you find me somewhere, I'll sign it for you for free. And I'll probably have bookmarks. So
bookmarks. I don't know why I got really excited for bookmarks.
Bookmarks are cool. I love
Bookmarks and everything.
But yes. And last but not least, Brandon.
Me. I just dropped my socials in the chat there. It's Brand Mickey, BRANMCI, pretty much on everything. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and if you search my name on Spotify, you'll get my music covers. Wow, it took up so much of the screen there for a second. But
What was that,
play some. Oh my God. Yeah, I can play some Fire Emblem Engage. We worked really hard on it, and it was such a fun project to work on.
So
I
fun.
think I'm also doing the third season of Dr. Stone is broadcasting on Simuldub right now through Crunchyroll. I voice Gen in.
You voice Gen? That's my favorite character.
Yeah, I could really go for a cola right now.
Ah, I love the pig Latin that you do after each line. I freaking love that, dude.
Japanese, actually. There's like some cultural context for that, which is
I
pretty
love
cool.
these moments. This is the best.
For conventions, I'll be at where will I be? I'll be at MomoCon next weekend, and then in June I'll be El Paso Anime, PopCon Louisville in Kentucky, Bold Matsuri with Zeno in Jackson,
Hey!
and then Fan Expo Denver. So come say hello. We'll hang out.
Woo! Yeah.
Please come to Bold Matsuri. I'm missing the video game concert for that. So please make me feel better about that decision.
We'll hang out, Zeno.
We'll hang out. You'll play some video game music.
I'll sing. I'll just hum some, and
Right.
hopefully that'll be exactly the same as seeing a beautiful full
Right.
orchestra.
No, it'll be exactly the same. I'm gonna close my eyes and imagine you're on a big stage.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you can always go to streamily.com to see all the fantastic talent that we have on our platform and the upcoming sightings that we have. Also, you can go to streamily.live on Twitter and Instagram to see all the cool talent that we have on here. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you guys say goodbye in your characters' voices for the last time.
Who's gonna start it off?
Goodbye.
Take care.
So long.
Get out of my face.
Take care of yourself.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a fantastic day. See you later.
Bye.